In fact, you and I'll do it at break. Can we email this thing in?
No, it's
somehow.
It's a pretty involved.
It's not my time. It's yours. Go ahead and get involved. We'll be right back. Live and local with Russ Clark, AM 560, KBLU.
Talk to an agent today about State Farm's new lower car insurance rates. Call an agent 24/7.
Live and local with Russ Clark. Got the grapevine here. 344-5258. Andy's in here. How are you, Andy?
That's fine, sir.
Of course, Mitch. I received an email just a few seconds ago, Mitch. Because we've been talking about the airport authority and all that, and I guess that my leanings about the airport authority are one-sided.
Really?
You would guess that, Andy?
No.
Well, I got an email that says this is not impartial journalism.
Well, if they've got
I would say it's true. It's not impartial.
if they have something to say, then call.
I'm an opinion show.
Really?
I'm an opinion show.
My opinion is they're doing the wrong thing.
My opinion is they're doing the wrong thing too. It's not just a matter of journalism. I guess at this point,
I'd really like to see the county and the city get involved, at least on the board.
The county is staying as far away from this as they can.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I was at court when they did this original hearing for the injunction, and the county lawyers were there, and the judge asked him. Judge Nelson asked the lawyer, "What are you doing here?" He says, "I really don't know."
He was just instructed to do it.
We're just a landlord. We
own the property.
Yeah, we're just a landlord. And believe me, they don't want any part of this. They don't want any part of this. But they took out the original application for the airport. So I don't understand how they can, and I don't understand, maybe they have been able to relinquish their liability, but I don't know how that works. Because it was under their application that the airport authority exists, and then they formed somehow this Yuma County Airport Authority Board, which has run it since. And they used to have Yuma County supervisors on the board, and they would participate as board members. And then a few years ago, they pulled them off and says, "Now we're just landlords. Now we're just landlords." So I don't know how that works.
So my philosophy on this is they have run everything good off that airport. I mean, do you
I've heard that statement before, but I don't know that. You mean the history of the airport?
The history of the airport.
Beyond some of the current problems.
Since it's been started, the good old boy system has been going on and on.
Well, as a friend of mine, Paul, mentions, it's not a good old boy system. It's a self-licking ice cream cone.
There you go. I like Paul, man.
Well, that self-licking ice cream cone term, I had to look it up. I had to Google it. It really does exist. If you Google self-licking ice cream cone.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's something that's of self-importance. I mean, a board or something that has just important to itself and it regenerates itself.
They have no care for anybody else but themselves.
Well, and I guess they have no function other than themselves. And they only bring in the members that they agree to. I mean, this board will only bring in board members that it approves of.
That still sounds like the good old boy system.
Well, and the hospital went through this. The hospital went through it to where they called it a good old boy, and it was only friends and favors that they got you onto the board, and it was not liked at all. And they separated the nomination process, went through a separate citizens committee, and the citizens committee would review and interview all the applicants that wanted to get on the board, and then they would submit to the board like 3 names for every open seat, and that way the board didn't decide who was before them, what applications got that far. And in fact, it busted up a lot of the self-licking portion.
Okay.
It did. So, Mitch, did you go out and file your whatever complaint with the FAA while you were at break?
No. But is it for money? I mean, I can loan you the $20.
Yeah, what was the cost of file?
I don't think you even have to pay to file with them, but...
Well, I would like to see a big file to where the FAA comes down here and starts looking at this airport authority and starts saying, look, you guys need to be more agreeable to the general aviation. You know, maybe.
Well, like I said, if in fact December 1st, all privately owned vehicles are kept off the field, as Colonel Cook says,
that's what he
wants.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't.
Then I can't. I mean, my complaint would not be valid as long as everything's fair.
It doesn't matter. It's valid today. I think it's valid today, and it shows a direction this airport authority to be strong arm, heavy-handed, and inconsistent. And I just think that would be good for us as far as to hold over this airport authority that you have a history of just doing the wrong stuff. It might be decent to do that. Don't know. So I would ask you to get that done. Dennis Franklin just brought me coffee, which is nice. Decaf is good. I've had too much caffeine already. I've had too much caffeine.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to ask you, have you heard anything else from Gars? I saw Gars the other day at lunch.
The only thing I've heard is the airport authorities retained
additional attorneys.
Yeah, more attorneys. They're going to go full steam ahead with this, apparently.
Now, locally, Wayne Benish was the one that represented the airport authority in court, and I thought he really struggled to try to put a good face on it. You know, God bless him. I mean, it would be hard to do. I don't know how anybody could do
defend.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's putting lipstick on a pig. I mean, right there. And I think he did his best, but it didn't come out well, and the judge didn't buy it. The judge, of course, ruled against the airport authority when it come to the injunction about being able to kick Garza off the field. But they've hired additional attorneys out of Phoenix to represent, which is just more money, but I guess that's going to tap into the $100,000 that...
Yeah, it's not the airport authorities. It's not their personal money. It's public money. So
it's tax dollars.
Why do they care?
And they don't care. I don't think. I didn't get the impression they did from their presentation.
Like their slideshow said, we have more money than them.
Their presentation was, we're deep pocket guys. We can
outlast.
Yep. That was the impression that they gave. And I thought it was an intimidation. In fact,
at least one board member did.
One board member did. One board member asked to back up to that slide, and he told the airport authority manager, Craig Williams, that was kind of heavy-handed and unnecessary. I don't know exact words he used, but he said that it was wrong to do that. And good for that one board member that finally stood up and said something.
But we were talking about the POV, the privately owned vehicle, the airport issue, and I think with Colonel Cook's presentation and with the F-35 coming here, and nobody wants to jeopardize that.
No, we want to support the military. This is a military town, and we do support them.
I think the handwriting is on the wall as far as that. That's why I haven't filed a criminal complaint. I just
still do it. I'm gonna badger you until you get that done. I called the Marine base the other day. I talked to Stacy Redinger. I don't know if you know Captain Stacy Redinger. Do you know her?
No.
Nice lady. She was in New Orleans. She called me back. She was really unaware of some of the goings on and wants to be informed more. I don't think they get involved in a lot of this